Good morning and welcome to Inside Texoma. I'm News Channel 6, Melissa Kakarika, and today we're taking an inside look at Empty Bowls. So I'm joined by co-chairs Stacy Finley and Angela Cully. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, Empty Bowls has been going on for quite a while.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how this all got started.
Well, Empty Bowls was started over 20 years ago at a college campus, and it was a grassroots effort, and the kids wanted to give back to the hungry in their area, and so they did a soup lunch, and the ceramics department made bowls and gave them away and served soup in it, and that's how Empty Bowls got started nationally.
Okay, and how long has it been kind of here in Wichita Falls?
This is our 4th year.
Okay, so relatively new. How did you guys decide you wanted to kind of get on the bandwagon?
The board was looking for a new way to raise awareness and also raise funds in the process. And so Paula Perkins and Leslie Schaffner were the first co-chairs that brought this and developed to where it would fit with our area. And we've been going strong since.
And has it grown at all over the 4 years?
Yes, we our first year sold about 600 tickets, and now we're up to 1,000 tickets, and that is max capacity that the museum will hold for the event.
Okay, so yeah, it definitely has grown. So tell us a little bit kind of just about how this works for people maybe who haven't been to it over the past 4 years.
Okay, you can purchase tickets, and they are $35 in advance or $40 at the door if there's any left. And you can get tickets at United Market Street, any United supermarket here in town, the food bank, or at the museum. And then they bring the ticket to the event, which is held at the Wichita Falls Area Museum. And then you get lunch, and we get a handcrafted bowl that's made by a local artist. And then you get to enjoy and visit with people around town.
So it's really the same concept where you get one of these bowls and kind of just have soup, right?
Right.
And that type of thing. And let's talk about really why you're doing this.
Well, like we said, it is definitely to raise awareness. A lot of people don't really understand. A lot of us are blessed, and hunger is not an issue that we face. But there are 1 in 6 people in our community, adults, that face hunger every day and don't know where their next meal is coming from. And 1 in 4 children, and that number is even more staggering. That's, the food is, if their mind is focused on their hungry tummy, then they're not able to focus in school, they're not able to do well, with their grades and a lot with other stressors in their life. So that is definitely the reason, just to raise awareness, raise funds, so that the food bank has a lot of wonderful programs that can help those people that are in our community and our 12 county service area. And we need funds to be able to do that. And the community has been awesome to really step up and take ownership of this event and the problems we have in the community that the food bank is able to address. And we appreciate that greatly.
And the food bank really has helped a lot of people as we talk about this issue of hunger.
Yes, they have. Last year, we provided over 11,000 meals per day to people in our area. For every dollar we raise at this event, we're able to provide 4 meals for people that are food insecure.
Okay, so that goes a long way.
It does.
Now, what is it like, I guess, just being at the food bank and seeing how people respond when you are able to give them that food?
It's awesome. And there is a little bit of a misconception, so we can help people understand the process. The food bank itself we do not distribute food directly to the public. We are a distribution center for the food pantries and other organizations that we partner with and collaborate with a lot of different programs. And so we have it, we store it, we box it, whatever the process is for whatever program it is, and then we get that out to either the food pantries or the schools, or here again, depending on what program it is. There's many different programs where we touch so many different levels of the community, everywhere from a child to the seniors. We have the Kids Cafe meals. So a lot of kids, if they're in a home where they are food insecure and they don't know where their next meal is coming from, and during the school year, the public school district provides that free, if they qualify, they get the free lunch and the free breakfast or reduced price. Well then, when they leave school, they may not get another meal. So one of the programs that the food bank does is the Kids Cafe. And so we've partnered with a lot of the after-school programs, and we provide a hot meal for them that they get that afternoon. And then, hopefully, if they don't have anything at home, that gets them through the night. And then another program we have is the Power Packs for kids that a lot of people have heard of. And that's the backpacks that goes home with those kids on Friday that have shelf-stable foods that they don't have to cook, it's just small foods. It's just enough to sustain them over the weekend until they can get back to school on Monday. And then we have the senior brown bag. We have the food pantries. And one of the biggest, fastest growing programs we have right now is Produce Express. And we provide fresh fruits and vegetables to the community at the food pantries and different events around town. And that is free too. all the people that want to come into the pantries or anything else. That is something that the food bank provides. And we did over 1 million pounds in just fresh fruits and vegetables in 2014. So,
Wow.
and it is slated to be increased this year. So,
Well, I know you guys probably run on a lot of volunteers over there
Absolutely.
too.
Yes. Last year we put in over 22,000 hours of from volunteers.
So if somebody, I guess, wants to be a volunteer, maybe how would they sign up to do that over at the food bank?
they can call, they can drop by. We have everything from someone who has 2 hours in the day, especially if they're from out of town and they're in town and they're running errands and they have a little bit of time, they can come in and we can put them to work right then. It can be a weekend or sometimes the evenings, depending on how it works. We can work with groups that come in and volunteer on a specific program, or just, I mean, there's everything from paperwork and helping us in the office to filing to out, really working the machines and everything else. Just whatever their skills are, we have a place for them, and we greatly appreciate it. We couldn't operate without the volunteers. They are crucial to the organization.
I'm sure. And if people in the community have questions, maybe they are food insecure, they need to know about your programs, how does that work? Do they just call you?
They can call us. They can, a lot of the churches have the information with them as well, some of the schools do, but absolutely they can call us. If they have internet access, they can go on our website and do that. We have pantry lists that are available for them, and we have all the numbers to try and get them all the services that they need.
Well, we're taking an inside look at Empty Bowls today, which of course is raising awareness and funds for the food bank. So we're going to talk a whole lot more about the Empty Bowls event when we come back to Inside Texoma. Welcome back to Inside Texoma as we take an inside look at Empty Bowls coming up here in October. And I'm joined by Stacy Finley and Angela Cully as we continue to take that inside look. So let's really get down to what Empty Bowls is for somebody who's never heard of this. How does this work?
Okay, so the luncheon is Thursday, October 13th, and what you'll do is you'll bring your ticket and you'll give it to the ticket takers at the door, and then you'll walk into the museum. And you can go through several different galleries where we have 17 restaurants set up with soup. And so you'll get a tasting from each restaurant. So they'll hand you a cup of soup, and it's a little disposable bowl, and you get to taste it, and then you just travel all throughout the 4 different galleries at the museum. And then we also have 4 different restaurants there that are giving out desserts.
So all kind of local restaurants, I'm guessing?
Yes, and they all donate their services to us. We are very fortunate and blessed in that area.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the bowls. We have some bowls here on the table. First of all, tell us what we have on the table.
These are just some samples from the bowls we've had in the past. We have wonderful local artists that donate their time and their talents, obviously, and they spend the summer throwing the bowls, on the wheel, and they go out and they make the 1,000 bowls, and then there's the cleaning process and the glazing process to come up with these beautiful bowls. That is the gift that you get in exchange for your ticket at the event. So.
Okay, so this is the gift. I'm not actually going to eat out of this,
No,
right?
No.
Not that you can't. You could, however,
Yes, they are
that day.
food-safe bowls, so you can take it home. And we've had several people get really excited. We have a silent auction at the event as well, and they buy 4 sets, and that's what they use as their dishes at home.
Mhm, they are beautiful, and you kind of have a lot of different types. You said a lot of different artists kind of contribute to this, so they all put their own style on
They
it.
do.
I know people definitely probably enjoy them, as you said, because they take home a whole bunch.
Yes.
Okay, but since we're not eating out of these, what are we eating out of? Disposable bowls?
Yes.
Okay, so you kind of just get a different one at each
Yes,
station.
at each station they already have pre-filled bowls ready to go, so you don't have to wait in line long. Because we are very conscious of that you're on your lunch hour, so we move you through the line very quickly.
Okay, so what time does it all kick off?
It's at 11 o'clock, and then it runs all the way to 1:30, so you can come at whatever time that works into your schedule. You can park over at the mall, and we have a trolley that'll bring you over.
Okay, and approximately how long does it take to get through all the restaurants?
If you're going quickly, probably 30 minutes you could
Yeah.
get in and out through
Depending
all
how
of
fast
it.
you're eating.
Right.
And
But there's many people there, so you're going to want to stop and visit. So.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of socializing that goes on along.
Absolutely. And this year we're excited. They've opened up the pavilion. So we're going to have entertainment on the pavilion so people can go outside and enjoy their soup outside, as well as the tent with all the bowls underneath it will be outside so you can enjoy some fresh air while you're there.
Oh, that's new this year.
Yes.
So another way to grow. What was kind of the thought process there of opening that up?
It was really exciting when the museum was able to expand, and we wanted to showcase all the beautiful expansion they have made, and that has given us more room that we can spread out a little bit more.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about these tickets.
They are $35 in advance, and as Stacy said, if we have any left, they'll be $40 at the door, and they can be purchased online at emptybowlswf.org or at the food bank or at Market Street or any of the United Supermarkets here in Wichita Falls, and then the museum has some as well.
Okay, so you said if you have any left, so that means it's usually pretty limited. The tickets
is,
go
yes.
fast.
Yes,
Is there? So they're on sale now,
they are.
They are.
and there's no deadline, obviously, because you can get them up to the door.
Right.
Open to anyone to buy them.
Absolutely.
So you are expecting the full 1,000 people, right?
Yes.
Yes, and we have a lot of offices that will come and buy tickets together. They'll send somebody from the office to go buy tickets at the grocery store, and then they'll all get together and have lunch together. And what a better way to have lunch with your coworkers than to help the food bank at the same time?
That's very true. Now you mentioned the 17 restaurants. Which restaurants are we talking about? You got a sneak peek of any of them?
Sure. Some of the, like I said, they have been awesome from day one. They have been willing and just volunteer to come help. So there's all of them. I don't have the list to remember all of them, but there's like McAllister's, Cotton Patch.
Luby's is
Luby's.
there, Pelican's there, Parkway Grill's there. So I mean, it's several of our local restaurants chip in and help out. And then Kathy's Cakes has her cake balls,
Absolutely.
and we have yogurts, and I mean, just have all the good stuff. McAllister brings their sweet teas, so.
Yeah, not just soup, maybe a couple drinks and desserts
Yes,
mixed in there
yes,
as well,
yes.
right?
And the cake balls go fast. It's very funny. People make a beeline to the cake balls. It's
Edible
comical.
arrangements will be there.
Yeah,
with their
edible
chocolate
arrangements is
fruit,
there.
so
Oh, wow.
So,
We want
yeah.
to send you back to the office happy.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
full, yes.
Best thing you can do for lunch on that day. Now, you guys going to need any help? What about the preparations that's been going on as you guys get closer? How busy have
We
you
are
guys
very fortunate to have a committee of all volunteers that put on this event. Some of the employees at the food bank volunteer their hour to volunteer to give back to the food bank as well as being employed there. And so we do that, but it also takes us about 50 volunteers to put this event on during the day. And they can contact the food bank, and we will get you in touch with the volunteer coordinator so you can volunteer for the day. We have people that have to restock the cups and the bowls and help take out the trash and take tickets and do all that type of things.
Okay, so I bet it's just kind of a good feeling kind of when everyone's there. What's it like for someone who's never been there?
I think they're overwhelmed at first when they first walk in and they see all that because they don't know which restaurant to go to and what soup to choose. So, it's just making their way around and learning, who's where. And we will have a program with all that listed on there so they will see that information. We do work diligently to talk to the restaurants to provide some vegetarian options. And those will be highlighted on the program. I think an addition that I'm excited about that we are incorporating in this event is, again, as part of this is awareness. We want to really bring it home and remind people what this event is about. It's wonderful that we all get to go and socialize and be able to eat our lunch. And like I said, we're the blessed ones. So we want to remind people why we're there. And we have brought in a new, I hesitate to call it an exhibit, but we are in a museum, so we're going to call it. So it's our presentation, and it is, we've been very blessed at the food bank to have an AmeriCorps Vista with us who has gone out into the community, and he has gathered a lot of stories from our pantries and from our people in our 12 county area and really put a face to the hunger. And these people have been very willing to share their story and allow their pictures to be used so that people can understand the importance of these programs. And so we're going to have in the main hall at the museum, we're going to have these local faces of hungers and their stories, just small blips so that you can understand. And so when you're purchasing that ticket and you're eating that soup, and yes, that makes you feel good, it makes you feel better knowing that you are helping people just like those in the pictures that are in our community.
And it all stays here for our community.
Yes.
Great. And I imagine you guys will just be talking to people out there as well, just reminding them about the issue.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we're going to talk a whole lot more about empty bowls, but first I want to get the tickets out there one more time. Make sure you get them because they are limited. Where can I buy them?
They're $35 and you can buy them at any United Supermarket location, Market Street, the museum, as well as the food bank, or you can go online to emptybowlswf.org.
And you can get all the information on that website.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So if you have any questions, emptybowlswf.org. Yep. All right, we'll be right back with more Inside Texoma. Can't get enough Inside Texoma? Well, tune in next week when we introduce you to a Kirby World Academy student who is getting attention for his invention. 10 students across the country have been named finalists in the 2015 Discovery Education 3M Young Scientist Challenge, including Krishna Reddy. Krishna's invention goes beyond a simple breathalyzer by detecting drivers who are under the influence of drugs other than alcohol. We'll have a closer look at how the invention works and the competition coming up next week on Inside Texoma. Tune in Sunday, October 11th, starting at 5:30 a.m. for that. And you can always get more Inside Texoma. If you want to see previous episodes of Inside Texoma, just head to newschannel6now.com and click Inside Texoma. You'll find a link to our YouTube page where we list all the previous episodes. And if you want to be on Inside Texoma, just reach out to News Channel 6 with your idea. We would love to have you on the show. See you Sunday mornings on Inside Texoma. Welcome back to Inside Texoma, as I'm joined once again by Stacy Finley and Angela Coley as we talk about empty bowls. They are the co-chairs, and you guys are really excited about this year's event.
We are.
And in addition to the actual empty bowls event, there are a couple other things that go on. There is a ceramic show and sale, correct?
Correct.
Tell us about that.
And it is very unique to the Wichita Falls Empty Bowls. No other Empty Bowls does this. We were very fortunate when the ceramics department at MSU volunteered to throw 1,000 bowls for us. They also said, well, we have a lot of local artists that want to make you gallery style pieces that you can sell. And most of those artists donate their gallery piece and give us 100% on the profit. So we have a actual gallery, and we have an open reception on October 8th from 5:30 to 7. And you can come in and the artists will all be there, and they have an actual juror come in and pick first, second, and third place. And then you can purchase the bowls to display at your home.
Okay, so are they similar to these bowls that we've been looking at
They
here?
are more gallery pieces. They are more, one of the ones from the first year was a huge cactus flower.
Okay.
And then another one that's here this year is like a wall piece. It's a flat saucer, and it's got a big roadrunner inside of it that she's customized. And so each piece is very unique and different. We have one that's actually called Faces of Hunger this year, and it is a type of head, and it's got different faces all over it. So they're very unique. They're all different, and you can have just a regular bowl that would be gorgeous in your kitchen to put fruit in, and then you have other pieces that you would put on your bookcase.
So is there a ticket process for that show?
No, that is free to the public, and we encourage everybody to come, and that is also at the museum.
Okay, and that's taking place when?
It is Thursday, October 8th.
Okay. And is that the same as, okay, time out. Is that the same as the opening reception?
Yes, that is the opening reception, yeah.
Okay, okay. I just want to make sure I didn't want to ask you about it.
No,
and
that's
you're like,
okay.
That's what I just told you. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. So I imagine that's just kind of part of the same concept here of really raising awareness about hunger.
It really is, and we've been very fortunate that these artists do this for us. And so we'll kick it off on the 8th, and it'll run all the way through. It'll be on display for the event itself at Empty Bowls, and it'll run for a whole week after we leave, and it's at the museum, and you can come anytime and look at it.
Okay, do you know the time frame of when people can go look at it?
Like I said, it opens on the 8th, and then it'll last for 2 weeks after that.
Okay, so just regular museum
Yes,
hours
regular
for that.
museum hours, yes.
Okay, anything else people need to know about that? Anything they need to bring before they come look at the bowls or anything?
Nope, we just want you to come and have an open mind, and and like we said, the pieces are for sale, and the money does go back to the food bank.
Yeah, and it really does help you guys out, right?
It does indeed. All the different programs, and like I said earlier, that from children to seniors, and we just always need those funds to keep those services in place. So it's awesome. One thing I'd like to add about the gallery, I think it's really exciting for me, who's not in that art world on a day-to-day basis, when those artists are there and you can actually talk to them, and then you really get the inside story to those pieces. That's really unique, I think, to that event too.
Yeah, and they really are hard to put together, whether it's something like this or something unique.
It is.
That you don't realize how hard it is to make that pottery, so they
It
really are
really
talented.
is, and it's very time consuming. We're very blessed that they give so much time to us and then turn around and sell their piece and give us their profit. So we're very fortunate.
So is this a new part of Empty Bowls this year?
Actually, this is our 4th year doing it as well.
Okay.
We've been, they are really excited, and we have over 23 artists this year.
Okay, so is it kind of grown by artists
has.
every year?
Yes.
Great, well I bet people are going to be really excited about that.
We are, like I said, we really are. And the opening reception is very unique. If you can't make it to the event on the 13th, we really encourage you to come on the 8th and see what the concept's all about and what we really are doing. The Faces of Hunger Gallery will be open as well.
So let's just talk a little bit more about the why here. What do you want people to get out of this? I mean, you've kind of hit on it before. Like, it feels good to be there and to have the soup, but this really is a lot deeper, all of the events that go into this.
Yeah, it amazes me that 1 out of 6 adults in our area and 1 out of 4 kids are not sure where their next meal is coming from, and that is just heartbreaking. And every dollar we raise serves 4 meals, so that fixes for one child gets a meal for their day is taken care of as far as food goes.
And you mentioned it all stays right here in
Absolutely.
the area,
In 12 counties.
in 12 counties. Okay, so if they have any questions about the gallery or Empty Bowls in general, again, that's on the website as well?
Yes, it's emptybowlswf.org, or they can go to our Facebook page, which is Empty Bowls Wichita Falls.
Now, if they can't make it out to any of these events, can they just kind of donate to the food bank? How does that work?
Absolutely. We are
Absolutely.
always happy to take donations.
Monetary or food? How does it work?
Either. either or and all. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies, so much
Thank
for
you.
coming on Inside Texoma. I know you really want to hit on the tickets. I know we've mentioned it many times, but it is important, and it is important you get your tickets before the deadline.
Yes. So we only have 1,000 tickets because we only have 1,000 bowls, and so you can get your ticket at $35 at any market, United Market Street or United Supermarkets here in the Wichita Falls area, the food bank or the museum, or you can get them online at emptybowlswf.org.
Any kind of parting message you'd like to leave our viewers with just about why they should do it?
Well, it's win-win for everybody, and it makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Fill your tummy while you're filling other people's tummies as well. So.
Ah, I like that. Well, thank you, ladies, and
Thank you.
thank you for tuning in to Inside Texoma this morning. Make sure you get your tickets for Empty Bowls, support the Wichita Falls area food bank, and of course, support fighting hunger in our community. Have a great Sunday.